Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're getting in the Christmas spirit. Who's got their Christmas trees up already? We haven't yet. We normally do it on the 1st. What we've got instead is a whole load of crisp boxes, some wine boxes and some eBay stock lying around, as you will. I'm going to go through some orders today, picking and a packing and that sort of thing. Number one, mix and match Le Creuset. Who wouldn't want a brown pot with a green lid? I did actually get a bit of flack from this on my live streams. Look at the condition, all about the condition with these Le Creuset. Someone said, what are you doing selling a brown pot with a green lid? They were listed separately. This for 15, this for 20. I think I bought it for 8. Don't think I paid more than that. Might have been 10 or might have been 12, but I can't quite remember. Sold for 35. The bloke's paid 2 lots of postage, but he said you can all send it all in one go. He hasn't asked for a refund on the postage. If he asks for it, I'll probably give it to him. But yeah, so a lovely Le Creuset sale. He's not bothered about the fact that it's green and brown, and always a seller. So that's the first one to go. Right, there we go. Always good to get the first one done. I was hunting around for the right size box for ages. Had loads of bigger boxes, but that had some other bits and bobs in it. Item number 2, another one of these books, Legends of Lone Wolf. If you saw my video on the Bolo, go and check it out. It's one to look out for. Numbers 11 and 12, sold for 100, could have got 200, undersold it, didn't have the knowledge. The good thing was, when I sold that, I actually rang the guy just to sort of say, I'm sending it off today, we sent, signed for. And then I picked his brains about how much the others were worth. I could see he had stuff on eBay, and I could see he was a collector of these books. Anyway, another one has sold. Number 1, that has sold for £35. And the guy who I spoke to said, yeah, it's probably worth about £25-30. And I've got all the prices of the others, so I'm going to adjust my prices as well to get all those sold. But yeah, a bit of an easy one to pack, and making good money on these. And dooby-dooby-doo, this is the next seller. It is a vintage Eagle microphone. Bit of a random one this was. Looks in a lovely little case and everything. I was at a boot fair this summer, and the couple were bringing out loads of sort of like mics. I think it was a clearance from a relative. There were guitar mics. There was a Sony mic. Just lots of little odds and ends that are just real, I guess, quite niche. I think I started buying, and as I was buying more, they were sort of saying, oh, actually want a bit more for that, because I managed to barter the first one quite well. So some of it I think I got for about £2. Some of it I paid up to about £5. But this is sold for £35. And, if the rest go for that sort of money, that would be really quite a good little buy there. I don't know how many. I think I might have sold a couple of them, and I've still got a couple. So they are quite slow items. But yeah, happy with that, and quite an easy one to pack as well. It was already in a plastic case surrounded in foam, so just got to find a little bit of bubble wrap and cardboard surround, I think. Bit of a boring one next. Replacement Wii console, £12.99. Normally would pay, get these in bundles or pick them up for a £5 or something, or £5 or cheaper. So on their own, they're not going to sell much more, than a tenner really. So £12.99. It's been hanging around for ages. I'm glad to get rid of that one. Right, next up, pair of wellies. Is the season for wellies, I think. Very rainy out there. These are Cotswolds. Never had Cotswolds before. Normally Hunters is what I look out for, but they looked in good condition. £25, which is not bad for a pair of old wellies. Yeah, they are in great condition though, so always do check, see if the rubber's perished, because I've had a few where it's cracking, and you see it on the straps, and you can see it on anywhere on the boot. So do check that out if you're looking at a pair of Hunters, and also look out for fakes as well. We've got about 4 or 5 more that have got to go today, and then I might get together stuff that's got to be packaged for tomorrow as well, and just show you that. Next up, we've got this lovely Pikachu. It's I think the ears move and the cheeks light up when you put the batteries in and turn it on. So quite a funky little thing. I picked 2 of these up at the Surrey Boot Fair, and I remember I just missed out on a boxed Wii. I was gutted, and then I got the boxed Wii went really cheap, and then I went and got these, and they were a bit more than I wanted to pay, but I can't remember how much they were. But maybe a fiver each or something like that. Or don't think I would have paid a lot more than that for a plush. But that's sold. Can't remember how much it sold for. I'll tell you in a minute when I look it up. £10.99 plus shipping. So £5 to £10.99. Not the best buy in the world. You think a Pikachu Pokemon toy that lights up would sell for loads of money? No, not nice thing to sort of show off, but not the best flip in the world. Okay, next up, Sylvanian Families. It's a vintage house. It's got some green vintage furniture in there. Let me get a bit out. There we go, that sort of stuff. It's got a family of 4 mice. Don't think there's anything particularly rare about it. It is nice because it's vintage. It's been on the store for a long time. I've actually got 2 of these houses on. I've got a whole bundle of Sylvanian stuff, and sort of 95% of it sold, and this is really the dregs. So I'm glad it's gone. It's kind of bound to go at Christmas. I lowered the price a little bit, I think. $22.99. I think I probably had it on for $25. I probably originally had it on for $30-35, but price wasn't right. So yeah, glad it's gone, and hopefully the other one will sell as well. Here's the last 2. Got this boombox. It's got to go. Fisher Price, vintage, plays London Bridge and Row, Row, Row Your Boat. Brilliant stuff. I think this went for about 15. Normally they go for that. Might have been a bit less because the condition wasn't fabulous on it, but it does work. And the last one to go is this. I think this went for $29.99. I will confirm in a minute when I look at the order. It's a Ferguson tape cassette deck, probably used for loading computer games, stuff like that. And they normally go for about, the Sony ones can normally go for about 20 quid. So that's quite a good price on that one, but I think it was quite a good one. Although it has been hanging around for probably about 3-4 months. So yes, glad that's gone. I've got a few other bits that have sold. I'm going to grab all those together and I'll show you those, but it will be after I've been to the post office. So it might be a bit darker. It might be later on this evening. Right, I've got about 8 or 9 more things to package up to go in the next few days. First one, Microsoft Sidewinder controller. I've bought the second time I bought this. Really not worth it. It sells for like, I don't know, 6-7 quid. I must have picked it up for £1 or something really cheap, or part of another bundle, because it is just not worth the bother. A Wii U controller pad. Always worth getting. Sometimes they're broken. I have fixed these before. They're a bit fiddly, but they're not too bad. I think that went for around about 50, something like that. Golden balls. I thought this used to be a bolo, or a bit of a bolo. I think it sold for 15 to 20, something like that. Hanging around a long time. Maybe one of those things that is of the time, and not a lot of people are looking for it now. And Xbox One S, but with the drive. I thought the One S only it was online, but apparently not. That sold for 80, and again I was quite surprised. I thought it would go really quickly, but it's been hanging around a while. I put a power lead with it, no controller. I bought it for 25 with a pro controller, very like nice controller with it, which we kept. So game, power lead, and that went for 80. So yeah, good sale, that one. Last one's Crystal Maze. I've got 3 of these. I've sold. This is the second one I've sold. Went for 20, I think, 15 to 20. Bought for probably 2 to 5. Xbox. What am I talking about? DS XL 3DS. That's sold for 75. Would have bought it for like 15 or less, as cheap as possible, really. Mystery item. This is a Hornby set, which actually sold, but the guy, it's something like it couldn't be delivered or something like that. It just ended up coming straight back, and he said he wanted to buy it, but never did. Wanted to rebuy it, but never did. I think it originally sold for either 70 or 75. I put it back on. I put it back on for 85, which was my price it was on at eBay, and just kind of held steady. And it has sold at 85, which I'm very glad about. So, yeah, I just got to put a bit of tape around that. It's been a bit battered in the post, but a bit more tape around that. And that's nice that that's already packaged up. Apart from those two, there's a vintage Etch-a-Sketch, which I've got to go and grab. And also another microphone, vintage microphone, has sold as well. So another two that have got to be pulled out from the shelves. Hope you enjoyed all that. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please sub if you're not subbed. I'm trying to get to 3K. It's proving a little bit more difficult than I thought it would. But yeah, I hope you're all having a good Christmas. I'm enjoying some of the reseller vlogmases which are going on. I know Ricky Resells is doing one. Kieran's doing one. There's a few other resellers that are doing it. I did it last year. Tried to do every day. Oh, I did my head in. But good luck to those guys, and check them out, because it really is hard work doing a video every single day. Like I say, hope to see you soon on another video. We're going off to collect the dog this week, so I may well film that and do a kind of vlog on that. So take care, and I'll see you soon. Take it easy.